Hello, girl. I'm up here trying to record Bishop robbery, and I don't feel like moving my phone, honey. He's still up here babbling. So y'all may hear a little bit of Bishop robbery talking, but just ignore him. We'll discuss him tomorrow. Okay. However, hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner, and this is 1 hour, and that's all we got for chit chat. Okay, I'm putting myself on a timer. I know yesterday I said an hour, and we went about an hour and 40 minutes, but at least it wasn't 2 and 3 hours. I am working on it. And today we just, a little bit of updates on this and that and that and this. And I also want to get into the Honey Boo Boo of it all, because now Honey Boo Boo not have no money because her mama was on them drugs, child. We're going to get into that too, in tours and just stuff, okay? I have been saving stuff as I was working today, trying to make sure I balance myself between work and YouTube and things. But Diddy is the story that won't end, okay? And so we just have to get into the updates of what happened since yesterday, and then some Halle Berry stuff. Porsha and her Deja'vu divorce, because that's what it is. It's a Deja'vu with her and Cordell, okay? If you do not know, now you know. Okay, a whole day. What is it? But I swear it's Deja'vu. She should give Beyonce some money because Beyonce said it's Deja'vu. But thank y'all for being around here. Okay. Y'all know, first things first, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Become a whole JayBird, and Zion. Okay. Do not forget to relax, relate, release, center yourself in everything and everyone around you while inhaling and exhaling, because sometimes life be lifing. Okay. Like, comment, share. Follow me on social media, okay, at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, and TikTok. Now, I'm here. Hey, child, I forgot my sweater right there. So y'all, that's not nothing poking up to scare me. It's just a new sweater, little Savage Fenty kimono, not a sweater. It's like a kimono type of thing with some Fenty, and I put it on my couch. Because I tried it on when I took it off. But girl, I wasted water on my shirt, trying to drink some water. Little waste. So this is just water. Chop Bishop. Is he done talking? I think he done talking. Yeah, he's playing music. Bishop has been on. Went on live at 8:00. It is 9:26. That's all. It's kind of sort of why I'm late, because I was like, let me record it, because sometimes he don't keep what he say, and he be saying some dumb things. He was going over the court transcripts or whatever, and saying, "Oh, they said this and they said that, and then this is why I'm not guilty." So again, that would be something that we will get into tomorrow. And it will not be an hour and a half. It's gonna be cut down. Okay. But hey, how y'all doing? Let me get. I'm saying hello, good evening, happy. The two is a Tuesday. Child, tequila, tacos, titties. Happy tea day to you. Whatever tea, tacos, tequilas, titties, tatas, Tobagos. Why can't I think no T words, y'all? My brain's on pause. But how y'all doing? Hello, everyone. Look, we got 1 hour chit chat. 1 hour. Okay, if you around here, like the video and say hi. Don't be in here and not speaking to me. That's rude. I say hello to everybody every time. You can't walk up to folks' house, and this is my house. You can't walk up to my house and not just say hello to the peoples around here. Yeah, look. I am prioritizing and saying to myself, Jaylee, you can't give an hour. Give an hour. Because I can do an hour. It's an hour. Okay. When it's new stuff to be discussed, we around here. There's still some foolishness. Okay. Hey. Yeah, we can't. Now tomorrow, because it's a Bishop tomorrow, which will be a Bishop watch along day. That's gonna be more than an hour. So I'm preparing my brain. Okay, if he talked for an hour and a half, you're gonna cut it down to about 30 minutes. That's at least an hour and a half. Okay. So tomorrow we'll probably get 2 hours. Okay, but that's okay because today I did it like a little hour. You know what I'm saying? I'm pacing myself, okay? But when it's a lot to discuss, I don't mind coming in for long lives. But I'm like, suntan girl, pace yourself. Chill out. Okay. But hey, Bishop Robert owed me a whole bunch of money. Okay, should I sue him? Okay, should I sue him? Then I need my millions. I need but he discussed. Again, tomorrow will fully be a Bishop robbery watch along chit chat because he did talk a lot about the case. Now it's his version. However, we can get into it. We can get into it. Child, her name it's Alana, girl. Honey Boo Boo. Okay, Honey Boo. Honey Boo is what I call her. Okay, Honey Boo is what I call her. Okay, it's okay if you miss a long. Look, to me, an hour live is still long. An hour and 15 minutes is still long. Go back and watch the old live. But it has to be enough, for it to be a long one. And I just can't do long every day. Can't do long every day. But again, thank y'all for being around here. I say, like, it's really the Diddy of it all because Diddy is dictating the news. He's he's in all the blogs. He's on all the channels. Okay. I get most of it depends. Torrid or Old Navy. Torrid, Old Navy, my hoodies. I got a couple hoodies from Fenty. I have some stuff from Lane Bryant too, but this sweatshirt was one of my. I bought this exact same sweatshirt 3 times because it's so comfy, it's so comfortable. I bought 3 of them, same color. But yeah, mostly if you see me in a hoodie or a sweatshirt, it's from Torrid, or it's from Torrid, Old Navy, or Savage, Fenty. Oh, I have a couple from Yeti, but this is from Torrid. Okay, so mostly for my plus size girls, for my plus size women, plus size ladies or men, whatever you want to do. Torrid to me has really good quality sweatshirts, sweaters, and hoodies. The material is great. It lasts great. It don't dry fine because the water drying right here. But yeah, it's Torrid. They need to pay me. back to the stuff because I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, Diddy around here dictating all the news and stuff. So we wanted to go ahead and get into it because that's the thing to do. Let me share my screen. Don't you leave. Anyway, but hey. I need to do. I'm gonna probably put some of my purses on Poshmark because I have 2 closets. My closets, the long shelves in my closets. I have all these the good purses, child. I'm not even using them. So I'm like, if it's like 40 purses up there, I don't need all 40. And I think I'm gonna post and sell some of my purses on Poshmark. I think. I don't know. Anyway, that is popping my head when you was child shopping. Again, let's get to it because we only got an hour. Okay, thank y'all for being here. Look, I want to start here. I was up last night. Because I go to bed till probably 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. And when I was online, and I think I saw Dustin, who first had said like, "Oh, I hope the people in Baltimore are okay." And I'm like, "I'm in Baltimore." And when I went, to the search thing, and I was like, "Bitch, a bridge." When I tell y'all, I was freaking flabbergasted because I was like, "A bridge?" I cannot imagine, because I was on my IG earlier, and I was saying, like, in my 42 years of life, I don't ever recall a bridge being built, let alone one tumbling down. And I feel like I want to pause. I want to find where I can pause it. I was like, because like here we have the Mackinac Bridge. We have a bridge from to over Belle Isle. We have, of course, the bridge to Canada. But I don't recall a major bridge over a body of water that you needed to literally get from here to there. And I was like, in my head, I was like, people who literally use that bridge to go like from their house to their job, from their house to wherever else, and if that bridge is no longer there, how will they now get to where they're supposed to be? So the story is a tanker truck or like a cargo ship was, had lost power. Because it lost power, it could not steer. And because it could not steer, that's how it ended up hitting one of the support beams of the bridge. And I'm gonna share this one. And I feel like if a huge metal ship that can't stop, can't budge, can't turn, can't whatever, if it hits something, it's gonna crush it. And I was like, Pit. Now they did say how it wasn't like because it was thinking this was at like 3 o'clock at least 3 o'clock in the morning my time. And I guess that should be, that time too. But they said the bridge, it was not as busy initially. However, now they're saying that, there were, again, 8 workers, 2 rescued, 2 who they have not been able to rescue. And I kept rewatching it because I was like, that's crazy, because to me, that bridge connects, one part of a city to the other. And I was like, even though they're saying with 8 pothole repair workers who were on the Baltimore Bridge when it struck, 2 was rescued, 6 are presumed dead, because again, you have the bridge that collapsed, you have the big old cargo ship thing. I feel like I had another thing of that. Let me see. Yeah, I saved so much stuff, y'all, because I be just saving shit for all kind of reasons. So you have the actual bridge that's on top of this, big cargo ship. The cargo ship can't move because the bridge is now on top of it. Also because it lost power. So it's kind of dead in the water. So it's so much to even have to unpack, that it lost power and hit. Now, again, they were saying that they had like a Mayday thing. So at least people were aware, hey, it's going to hit something. We don't know what. But if you're just driving on the road, child, minding your business, going to get you a taco because you hungry at 2:30 in the morning, and as I said on my IG, the good old corned beef sandwich spies across the bridge, and you gonna ride, because who don't think to just ride across the bridge as look, even now, before this happened, like when I'm driving home and I have to be on the overpass, I hate that. Because I always say, what if it gives out? I'm a heavy bitch. What if my heaviness breaks the bridge? Okay, me plus the car plus the other cars. To me, all this stuff built years and years and years and years and years ago can collapse at any point, especially if a cargo ship hits it. So I feel like, they're accounting for, roughly 8 people, but we don't know who else happened to have been driving across the bridge, walking across the bridge, who we don't even know is down in the water. Because the cargo ship lost power. And I was like, man, correct. But to me, this is also a thing to where bridges like this need to have somebody on site at all times. Somebody's job should be on each end of the bridge. You just sit there in case some shit happen, and you have to close off your end of the bridge. Because in my opinion, if they had somebody who their job is solely to sit at the start point on either side of the bridge, and if they was told Mayday, if it's 3:00 in the morning, Mayday, I'm a tanker thing, I can't stop, I'm a probably hit the bridge. Your only job is to haul ass, stop anybody from going on there, because it's not, they had time to at least do that, because that would have at least had time for no cars to be driving on it. The worker people to hopefully possibly get off the bridge, jump, get a lifeboat, something. So a part of me feel like when anywhere in the state, anywhere in the world, okay, where there's a bridge that connects one part of the city to the other, have somebody who work pay them a little to sit there. You guys pay me to sit there. Give me a computer and my Wi-Fi, I'm good, because I can work all day. What they was trying to stop the people, and the people was going around the corners. Child, look, why does it keep leaking water? What's going on? Child, man, broke it. In my opinion, we all know how, if you at a train stop, okay, and the train is supposedly coming, and we know the little arm thing come down and it stops. I've seen people see, okay, the train ain't really here, I'm gonna keep going. But that's just a little bit, and you should not do that. But that's just a little bit of space. Oh, too much icing, as usual. That's just a little bit of space to drive over. I'm not trying to get across a full bridge if someone is telling me, hey, a cargo ship has lost control. Okay, I'm not trying at that point in time. to risk my life going nowhere. I want to live to see tomorrow. And a part of me feel like that's just stupidity. Is it ice in here? Yes, it is. Hold on, y'all. Ice was in my car. That's just stupidity. That's dumb. Don't make no sense. If that's true, anybody who was hurt in this, because some folk, may be hurt, it's a tragedy, PTSD, and the bread is gone. The bread is gone. Completely gone. And I was watching, I think it was on TikTok somewhere, and they were talking to the mayor, who happens to be a black guy, and a reporter asked the mayor, so when do you think the bridge will be built? He said, right now, our focus is finding the people who was in the water. Okay, fuck paraphrasing, but he did say that ain't we ain't thinking about that right now. That is later on, but right now we are thinking about getting the people who are in the water out of the water. Don't come asking me about no bridge, bitch. That's what he wanted to say. And I agree. That bridge ain't going to be rebuilt quickly. That bridge will not be rebuilt for a year or two, at the least. Because you have to get the money for it, lawsuits, and all that stuff. It's a whole bunch. A whole bunch. So, I was like, a whole bridge, bitch. I was like, and it's because, it's the footage, showing the ship hit the bridge and then the bridge literally collapsing. And it's the middle of the night. You can't even really search properly at 3 and 4 a.m. because you can't see where's the cargo ship, where is the bridge. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. But prayers to everyone involved, to the families involved, because at this point we, it's insane. And they had put up here how, they suspended the search until tomorrow morning. Because again, you can only search for so long in the dark. I think they now know anyone they have not found is presumed deceased. And you have to rebuild, child, literally from the ground up, or from the water up, because nothing will, they can't rush the rebuild, because people will probably feel like the bridge should not have collapsed so easily, so quickly like that. Some folks are going to say because it's over such a large body of water, there should be some kind of, backup plan, if a boat, was finna hit a bridge, something, but I was like a whole child. It was just a lot to even digest. I think this is gonna sound, I don't just sound crazy, but like luckily it happened late at night when the bridge was not as busy. Because if this had happened, in the middle of the day where a lot of people are, back and forth, and that could have been even worse. Okay. And then the only way to get to people is by boat. Usually if there's some kind of accident on a bridge or something, cars and trucks can drive to get the folks. You have to have a whole bunch of boats and people, and the Coast Guard folk come around here for this. And then again, because when me and him discussed it earlier, I'm like, because him can't swim, I can't swim. But I said, even me, I can swim. I can't swim in a river where a boat just hit a bridge and the bridge fell, because the currents that will make, no one can swim through that. And you have to hope that when the bridge fell, you wasn't, hit by a beam or a piece of the cargo shit fell off. Because them things they was carrying, like those cargo, what's them things called, y'all? Those big metal containers. Those. So, I'm like, even a Olympic swimmer may not have been able to swim out of this, because when those currents hit you and it's a ship that's coming straight forward and then the freaking bridge fall, all that swaying in the water, you can't control that. You would have to be lucky to survive that. You would have to hopefully be pushed out the way to where you're far enough away to where if you are a good swimmer, you can hopefully make it to, I don't know, because ain't no beach, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know where you even walk to get to land to feel. There's so much ice in this thing. Why do you put so much ice in here? Then I can't drink it right. Why I'm paying you off me and my ice. But it's so many variables that go into something like this, because like what you can't do nothing. You're not prepared for that. So it's a lot that goes into, right, hypothermia, the water cold, you cold, it ain't summertime. So it's a tragedy just overall, because it's so many uncontrollable variables. And then how quickly can how quickly can a rescue team get out on the boat to get to y'all? Can't see you in the dark, So it was just a child. I was like, this is insane. Okay, so prayers out to all of the peoples around there for that. Now I want to go into a few things, a few stupid stuff or whatever. I seen it say Will and Jada Pinkett Smith charity shutting down after 83% decrease in donations following the Oscar slap. Will and Jada has made enough money, they fine. I have moved past the Oscar slap. Anybody who don't like Will, who don't like Jada, I don't care. I love them, point blank in the period. But I feel like their charity shutting down, after 20 whatever years, it's okay. They have donated and raised money over all the years. It's okay. It's fine. Okay. What can you do? People gonna feel how they feel. Okay. Also, I see here Lamar reveals he misses Khloe Kardashian, says it's hard to forget somebody after you married them after 30 days. Lamar, go sit down. I am sick and tired of Lamar continually putting himself in the Kardashian conversation. And I don't even like them people. But I feel like Khloe has moved on. She's had 2 children. Lamar, she don't want you at all, and you miss her, fine. We don't care. Y'all not gonna get back together. And even it's hard to miss somebody when you made them quickly. Why not? It was quick. I'm like, sir, you have had longer relationships with other people. You have children. Why are you focused on Khloe? Khloe has enough problems of her own with Tristan. Tristan's a cheater. You was a drug addict. Okay, Khloe has horrible taste in men, meaning men. What the men Khloe dates and their personal issues are horrible. Lamar may be a great guy. Maybe I don't know that. Tristan on a Tuesday may be a good guy, but the other days he's horrible. I don't want to hear Nana. We know you miss her. I don't know why. It's been a long time. Get over it. Cause we don't care. I want to touch on this. Now look. I feel like Anthony Mackie, who was an actor, he's now a Marvel actor. He plays which one is he on there? Right now he's Captain America. But we all know Anthony Mackie. I remember him firstly from the movie with not She Hate Me. Whichever the movie was, he was the man giving all the woman sperm. That's the first time I remember that man. But Anthony Mackie has made it clear, okay? People keep saying he has this reputation for being mean, for being rude. It's like, no, Anthony Mackie has created a boundary because people are habitual line steppers, especially some fans. And this girl saw him at a gas station. And because he was like, no, she went on her TikTok and tried to make it seem as if he's a horrible person. He's a horrible, horrible person.
So I just met Anthony Mackie. And let me just say, rudest human being alive. So I live in New Orleans. I'm here for spring break. Apparently, Anthony Mackie lives here too.
First of all, bitch, so what? What's that face for?
I pulled up to a gas station. Here, Anthony Mackie comes in this huge fucking truck, all blacked out, all fucking sleek, windows down.
Oh, so because his windows down when he's at a gas station, what? Bitch, my windows down. So what? People have the right to be in their shiny car with their windows up or down.
So it's like, also, if you don't want people to come up to you and fucking say how much they appreciate your work, why the fuck are all your windows down?
Bitch, I can't enjoy the breeze. It's the making a video saying that he was so mean. He was so mean. He was so rude. And he was out here with his windows down outside in the world. And if you don't want people to talk to you, stay in the house. Roll your windows up.
And you're blasting music.
How dare you listen to music if you don't want people to talk to you? You should sit in silence.
Smoking a fucking cigar.
How dare you? First of all, in case y'all don't know, that's relaxing to men who smoke cigars. Okay? That's what they do. They sit, play their music, enjoy the breeze, and smoke a stogie because you don't really want to be in an enclosed area. Men love sitting around here smoking. Child, trust me, I know.
So I park my car, getting ready to pump my gas. I see Anthony Mackie across the fucking lot. I gently walk up to him.
How did you gently walk up to a stranger? This be the get. Now look, I have only encountered a JayBird one time here in Michigan. I was driving down the street, had got me some food, and a JayBird saw me, and we were at a light, and she was honking her horn to get my attention. Like, oh my God. I was like, hi. Hey. But I'm like, you're saying hi, that's fine. She didn't walk up. It wasn't first was car, and then I said, you want a picture? And I pulled over and took a photo. Now, I may not always do that. That was on a good day, but sometimes people don't want to be bothered. But how the fuck did you gently walk up to a stranger?
Being like, oh my God, I'm so sorry to bother. Because I know celebrities are on time. I know celebrities got shit to do.
People have shit to do.
I understand that. So I walk up being very, very, very respectful, very, very, very open-minded, being like, hey, I'm so sorry to bother you.
Or what you do with this is the way to approach somebody from social media, from TV, whatever. If you see them from across the room, oh my God, Anthony, is that you? Hey. And if from across the space he say, no, it's okay, I'm okay, that means leave me alone. If they say, hey, come on over, girl, how you doing? You want a picture? That's the thing.
Tell me why Anthony Mackie did this. No. to my face.
Okay, and that means get out of my personal space. That means I'm here getting gas. That don't mean I'm here to entertain you. And someone saying no, that is a boundary. That's letting you know whatever you want, I'm not. No. Whatever you want, whatever interaction you want, my answer is no. Right. No is a complete sentence. It's a whole fucking paragraph. It's a book. It's an encyclopedia. It is the answer to any question you may have. No. Right. He has made it abundantly clear that when he is in his own personal life, on personal time, don't come up. Now, if I'm on my own time, bitch, I'm not at work. I'm not at work. No. And it's known that he feels that way. He's made his boundary known. Now he's at a work event. It's different. I'm not getting paid for this stuff. I don't talk to my coworkers when I'm not working, let alone a fucking stranger.
No. And then just went back to what he was doing, having me standing there. I was standing there in front of Anthony Mackie being like, oh, should I leave? Like,
yes, bitch, bye. Yes, go.
Should I go? When I tell you, all I wanted to do was walk up to that man. First of all, thank you for his time, for even looking at me, and then saying how much I appreciated his work, and that was it.
Say that from afar.
It. I just wanted to be like, hey, Anthony Mackie, like, it's so nice to meet you. Like, I'm so, like, your work is actually phenomenal. I'm so glad I got to meet you. Like, have an amazing day. That was it. That was it. That was all I wanted.
It's not about you, bitch. It's not, and that's the issue I have with people who feel like if you are famous, you can't feel like people don't have the right to want to talk to you. If you're famous, you can't feel like blah, blah, blah. Now, in my opinion, had she seen him and took a photo from afar, I do feel like if you are out in public and if I want to take a picture of you, I can do that from over here. I will not invade your space. I would not take photos of your children. But if you are a grown adult, famous person who I like, if I see you at the gas station, hey, snap, and walk away. That's just my thing. But I don't feel like celebrities owe us anything. And because they're usually hounded by people and just in general, when they have moments of silence, let them have moments of peace. You don't know if that man has PTSD, if he has whatever, if he can be depressed, whatever it may be. He want his peace. And you upset because he left me. He don't know you. He don't owe you shit.
But these fucking celebrities make it seem like we're fucking roaches.
First of all, why roaches? Maybe you bumblebees. Maybe you're a gnat.
And rats. Bitch, I'm pumping I'm at the same gas station as you, bitch. Baby, we on the same level playing field. I'm pumping the same gas you pumping right now. And you can't even look at me. Even if he was like, oh, like, hi, like, shush, like, you know, like, I'm on the low right now, but it's so nice to meet you. So
let me alter my voice to make you feel better, because it's about what you want.
That would have been amazing. But I get a hand to the face, get fucking stranded, looking stupid.
Well, who the fuck told you to walk up? So when people come out and try to embarrass the celebrities, now if he was really rude and said, "Man, fuck you, bitch, get your tack head ass out here, get your little loop earring ass out of my face." If he did that, that would have been different. But he told you, oh no. That I hope he sue you for defamation. I hope he sue you for defamation. I do. I look, child. If anybody see her, no matter where she at, I want y'all to run up to her and yell at her face. Oh my! Like always, interrupt whatever she doing. If a family member passed away and they at the repast or they at the funeral and she is at the casket about to say the final goodbyes, excuse me, before you say goodbye to grandmama, I know you. Oh my God. I cannot believe we at the same funeral. Interrupt whatever she doing. Because you felt like, oh, I cannot believe. Get out my face. Get out my fucking face. Okay. Stupidity at its finest. And she sounds stupid. Dumb heifer. That made me mad. It made me mad, y'all. It made me mad. Something else that made me mad. Okay. Halle of the Berry. Halle Berry. Excuse me. Was talking about what got her into. She was on the women's health panel with First Lady Jill Biden. And she was explaining why she became, women's health advocate, how, her man had been doing it a whole lot. Okay, her Van Hunt. Me and Van Hunt was together. We was hunching and humping and doing the damn thing and rubbing private parts together. And after a while, she was started having some discomfort. After they was doing the do. So she went to her doctor because I don't know why all of a sudden I'm having discomfort after sex. Well, the doctor told her, what are you doing? I think it's because you're having one of the worst cases of herpes I've ever seen. A male doctor. I said, oh. So because the doctor told her that after she around here bumping coochies, or not bumping coochies, but bumping coochie and penises with her man, that she felt discomfort and being told, you have the worst case of herpes. That's what I think it is. What else could it be? I think it's herpes, the worst case of it. So she got tested and no menopause. This is an example of when we say that Black women, we go to our doctors and we say, hey, this is what we feel. And sometimes they will just say random stuff. Don't do no tests, nothing. And before you suggest what you think I like, and why herpes? Why herpes? It just sucks because I feel like you diagnose me or you suggest I have herpes, and I'm just going through menopause. Even if you're premenopausal, like stop suggesting shit without tests. Okay, stop doing that. I know we had the YouTuber influencer, the girl who I think was told she had fibroids and turned out she had cancer and she died. Doctors are consistently misdiagnosing people, ignoring people's symptoms. Even if we as the patients are trying our best to explain what we feel and the doctor never really helps us figure it out or whatever. I told y'all when I had COVID and after I got out of the hospital and I went to see my PCP and I kept having, my legs, my legs had swollen up so bad. I could not, it was horrible. I couldn't walk. And the doctor kept telling me, oh, it's because you're fat. You got to lose some weight. Your legs are swelling up and full of pain because you are now diabetic. You are overweight, and that's what it is. And it's like, no, that wasn't what it was. They had me on all this insulin or whatever, and something told me it's the insulin. It's the insulin. So I stopped taking insulin on my own because I felt like it was wrong for my body. And my doctor, I tell my doctor when I mentioned it, he's like, you should not do that, blah, blah, blah. And then turns out, yes, it was the insulin that was making me sicker. And when they tested my levels went back down. And I'm like, because I had COVID, everything, all my levels went up. So they were medicating me based on when I was sick. And because I wasn't sick anymore, they kept me on the same medications and thought I was crazy. And I kept taking insulin for like maybe a month after. Child, it was crazy. It was insane because they don't, they only thinking. So Halle, listen, I have a little bit of discomfort. And they told her she got her. Now, what if she thought that man gave her herpes and they break up? And the truth is, it's just menopause. When you feel something's wrong, do not be afraid to call out your doctor. Do not be afraid to get a second opinion. If you feel like because for me, the burning in my legs started when they started giving me insulin in the hospital. But I thought I was going crazy. I'm like, why my legs is burning, bitch? They's on fire. What is going on? And it stayed the whole time because I didn't need insulin. But I kept I was shooting myself like 4 times a day. And she around here just getting digged down, but going through menopause. And the doctor like, oh no, you got herpes. Child sued. We suing. When today? I'm like, why got herpes? Child, why herpes? Happy birthday to Diana Ross. She's 80. Diana Ross is 80. Wow, I'm not saying that she's old, but I'm like, wow, she's 80 now. But happy 80th birthday to the Diana Ross. Okay, a legend around here. Okay, a supreme of them all, solo lady of it all, amazing person of it all. I feel like Diana was a good child. Was a fun time back in the day. You know what I'm saying? A good time. A good time. Okay? But happy 80th birthday to Diana. I feel like it was somebody else's birthday. Was it somebody else's birthday? I can't remember. Tours. It's a few tours. Let me see. Okay. Jasmine Sullivan is going on tour with Maxwell and somebody named October London. I feel like I've heard the name October London before, but I can't think of what it is. But, this tour, I was like, is everybody going on tour? Everybody going on tour? Now, child, I love to see it. So that's one tour, okay? This summer. Everybody going on tour this summer. Okay, that's one tour. I'm gonna get to Xscape in 1 second. We know Meg. Where's Meg? Because Meg's tour dates because Meg is on tour. Child, did I save it? Boom. Meg is on tour with Glorilla. Well, Glorilla is going on tour with Meg. Okay, the Hot Girl Summer Tour coming around here starting in May. Okay, that's another tour. Okay, we know Nicki Minaj is on tour right now and stuff, whatever. Tour. Okay, and then it was where's the child? I'm trying to find it. I gotta find it. Where is it? Oh, it was also boom. Megan's tour has already sold out 13 arenas with 240,000 tickets sold in the U.S. and the Europe in the last week. She got fans. Is Xscape the last? I feel like it's somebody else, but maybe I didn't save it. Oh, I'm blind. Jhené Aiko is going on tour with Coyle Ray, Tink, Yumi, and Kiana Leedy. I don't know who the other folks. Well, I know, of course, I know Jhené Aiko, Coyle Ray, and Tink, but I don't know the other 2 people or group. I don't know. It's called the Magic Hour Tour around here. Again in the summer. Okay. Now I'm not again tour child. I'm still trying to raise the $15,000 to get me a new car. Okay. Now I got to get money for a tour to go see folk. And then the Grand Resistance, okay, Xscape, SWV with special guests Maya, Total, and 702. Now we had seen how they had a little post. Where did I say the little post? Did I say the post? I maybe did not. But it's a candy post. But they had that little thing where it showed them together, and we thought it's a TV show. Okay. Now I still feel like this tour will be televised. Okay. I still feel like the making of the tour and stuff going on around here, I still feel, okay, that something gonna happen. Somebody camera's gonna, oh yeah, Usher on tour too. You know, October. Oh, he's the one that's sounding like, oh, okay. I don't know his name, but I know his voice. I just did not know that man's name. Okay. But yeah, that's who he sounded like. Okay, cool. Now, with the Queens of R&B tour, this is a smart tour. I also feel like when Lily came saying, ain't nobody who said that? What? I feel like they wanted to announce it themselves because they announced the tour, not the TV show. But can't nobody tell me that Candy is not going to say, let's get the bag. Okay? Let's get the bag. Truthfully, to me, remember when Carlos had that song with the encore show with the ladies doing this and then all that stuff? This is the encore. Okay. This is right here. Yes, Bravo have a show, the Queens of R&B tour show. Okay. Show all of them getting chopped. Do it. Now, the funny part was when the tour was announced, I said, ain't most of them dead? No tea, no shade. I'm not trying to be funny. But in my head, I was like, didn't they all die? But I'm like, no. It's, Mila is the one who did most of the vocals. And then it's the one girl who was alive still, who can do a little bit of, shwap about boot background things. So that's cool. Because Mila can sing all the songs. Because she was the lead singer. So it's still 702. Now, Maya, who around here still doing the damn thing, it's all about me. And not, all that, Maya has some bops. Falling, or whatever. Maya, great. Now, Total has some bops. Okay, Total for sure has some bops. So, as long as Kima, Keisha, and Pam can get it together, it can go. You know what I'm saying? Because look, they can't be around on Diddy. They can't be on the Bad Boy tour no more. Cause Diddy is done. You know what I'm saying? Diddy. Now they will be here. In August, they're gonna be here at our Little Caesars Arena. Child, I don't think I'm gonna go. I may have to pay somebody to go for me to get the info to record because I can't do my ears are very sensitive. So loud concert type music gives me a migraine. So I feel like when they're here, I'll probably just pay somebody to go and I need them to film the shit and then I'll report on it because I can't do it. I don't want to go and then be like, oh, my head hurts. So we shall see. But to me, this is a smart tour. We see that they've done promo for it. They've had their pictures and everything. We see that Latasha's nowhere to be seen, child, at all. Child, Latasha, how she pay her rent, child? How she pay the rent? Because what is she doing? Y'all think Natasha working like giving some like Macy's, you know, or like a famous store? I don't know. But this anyway. I would love to see this as a show. I also feel like they have had time to iron out all the details of what this is supposed to be. They should know the mistake they made the first time, not have those same mistakes. It's now Xscape and SWV is a co-headlining tour, meaning they're getting top billing. You know what I'm saying? You've added other acts so that neither one of you are the opening act. You know what I'm saying? This is smart. This is a great lineup because both groups have been on tour now, because it starts June 27th in Concord, California, and it ends August 18th, and that's if they don't add more dates. And that's how the girls are making money right now. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing to do. And if they will be fools to not want to also have this on reality TV. That's 2 checks. Bang, bang, bang. Okay. That's just my opinion. Now, if Maya Total instead of 2 don't want to fully be on the show, that's fine by me. Ooh, and I mean the reality show. But we need this on TV. And not for the drama. We need this to see this is how it should have went. We need this to see these women can get along and be great. You know what I'm saying? And them announcing today it's a tour. I am like, yes, do it, please, today. Thank you very much. So hopefully y'all will go and do all of that. I feel like what I want, because what I gotta do, y'all, I be forgetting. Let's go here. We did Halle already. I had a whole little thing for them too. Look, just a question. But are y'all now realizing nobody has to be either Team Xscape or Team SWV? It's Team Queens of R&B. I like both groups, and to me, I always felt like SWV, once the show was edited and played, they had issues based on how the fans were feeling, and it wasn't as much. It did not need to be so much drama in the background. Okay. So I feel and I hope both groups know, like, come in this with a clean slate. You know, Latasha ain't around now. You know, no one's holding up this. You don't have, extra issues. No one it's no longer about who's opening or who's closing. To me, they should close together. To me, both groups within their own sets closes whatever song, but at the end of the concert should be both groups on the stage doing like on the show. Well, they did not show during the concert. They closed with both groups singing "I'm Every Woman." To me, that makes more sense. Still do Weak. SWV, their last song should be Weak. True. However, the end of the concert, because it's the queens of R&B, do I'm Every Woman, have all the folk come out and let that be that. That should no longer be the issue at all. So to me, if they had a second season, it would not be as bad. But that's just me on that. But y'all take one little second, y'all, and like the video. I said an hour. We're gonna be about an hour and a half. Oh God, but like the video. child. Look, I be saying it's gonna be an hour. And then here we go about an hour and a half. But we only got like one or two things left. Let's pop on to Porsha. Let me pull up my Porsha and Simon rigmarole. Now, Porsha and Simon, was around here, and they can't get it together. Every child, when I say the title thing say, Porsha Deja'vu divorce, because this is the same stuff Porsha went through with Cordell. You know what I'm saying? More little itty bitty tidbits about Porsha and Simon that's spilling out about what happened here, what happened there. Now, we know that Simon has said Porsha was around here with an armed gunman and blah, blah, bloop. And we said, child, that was just armed security. Now, court documents obtained by Radar Online say Simon demanded that Porsha not get rid of any of her phone and text records related to the divorce. It says that he specifically wrote that she should keep all communication she had written when she had with a man named Kelvin Owusu Ansah. I can't pronounce it right, child. It's OWUSU-ANSAH. And all text between Williams and a woman named Karen McKinney. Is that Dennis, people? But what was text between Williams and her sister Lauren? Keep all records, relevant evidence between us, our phone and text records, her income, financial records. I was like, what in the world? And said if Porsha fails to comply with the notice, it may result in sanctions for any destruction of or failure to preserve any such evidence. Now, y'all know Porsha, they said Porsha told me, don't you delete nothing either. Don't you delete no financial records. Back and forth in it. Back and forth in it. Now, also, where is it? Did I save it? Porsha is saying, because remember yesterday we talked about Porsha when Simon said she forcibly entered the home, and I said yesterday that sound like that means Simon changed the lock. And I said that may be the reason. So Porsha now saying yes, he locked me out of the house. Okay, locked me out, child. I can't get in. He fled to Dubai. Okay, and being vindictive and retaliatory for whatever because I wanted to divorce him. I was like, this is the get you got it for me. Porsha and Simon, who Porsha had this. Porsha was always posting how happy, be his peace. I love him, my man, my man, my man, my man. And even the week that she filed for divorce was posting as if they were happily in love. And I feel like, when did all this shit happen? When? Now, people are also saying Porsha kept that house, gave it to her mama, so that way she still had a house in case. Because y'all know when Porsha, when Cordell blindsided Porsha with divorce, and Porsha was basically put out, and Porsha had to go back and live with her mama because she had no house. And this time, Porsha filed for divorce with Simon. She allegedly left the house with a fat pack, a little bag, and left. He changed the locks and then went to Dubai. And she round there at a mama house, at Lauren house, the same way she was when Cordell. I'm like, not a Deja'vu divorce. And to me, all of this stuff also mirrors Fallon and Simon. I said, yes, I said, Porsha was so, I know him. He is good. He is great. Not because Porsha is that man's fifth wife. This is why people said to Porsha, slow down, little red Corvette. But to me, Porsha wanted to prove people wrong. Porsha wanted to prove I didn't take that lady husband. We is happy. Like, to me, Porsha rushed the relationship, the engagement, the marriage. And I don't mean that she forced him to marry her. I mean, when people were saying, just chill out, slow down, date him for a little bit of time. No, we're gonna get married. We're gonna date for about a year and then get married. And to me, Porsha was trying to prove this time I'm gonna get married. This is real love. I'm gonna quit my I'm gonna quit my jobs. I left Housewives. I left this nation. I left all the work I was doing. And I was a traveling wife with Simon, boasting I love, 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 love. And he bought me this and I bought, all of that. Husband, my man, my man, my man. And in hindsight, now, how she's saying he locked me out. He's being vindictive. He's mad because I want to divorce him. But why do you want to divorce him? What happened? You know what I'm saying? Separately from that, Simon round here being Simon. And the way people were saying, Porsha, you see how this man treating Fallon. When you met that man, that was his wife. When you met him through his wife. Even if you still want to say you met that man through his wife. And now you are being treated, to me, worse than Fallon. Because the only reason Fallon and Simon's divorce became news and messy in the news because he was with Porsha. Had Simon and Porsha never started dating and got engaged, had Simon and Fallon just divorced, no one would have cared. It would not have been no scandal. The reason we knew the ins and outs of Fallon and Simon's divorce and shit is because he was with Porsha. So to me, Porsha, you are now being more embarrassed because back then we ain't know Fallon. We didn't care about Fallon. We didn't. We thought it was fucked up for sure. But no one knew Fallon. We didn't even really know Simon. We found out who he was because of you. And now, a year and a half later, you are in the news for being locked out your house. You have to now, don't delete no text messages or whatever. And it's all being drawn out on the platter for all of us to eat up because we all felt like we tried to warn you. Everyone in some little way, the same way folks tried to warn her about Dennis. Not that Dennis was a bad guy, but Dennis had a reputation for being, for fucking people and moving on. And folk even said then Porsha and Dennis was having fun fucking around. She got pregnant and then shit got serious. But he wasn't ready to be monogamous. And because Porsha felt like I can't be with Dennis because he's a cheater, pumpkin eater, I'ma now get with Simon. And when folks kept on saying, Porsha, you not over Dennis. To me, Porsha was pushing to be with Simon and to make it work, to make it seem like I'm over. I don't care about that girl. No, I'm happy with this man right here. And had she just paused, because even I said, ma'am, you and Dennis ain't been apart long enough for you to be in love with Simon and all this stuff. And I'm not blaming Porsha. Why are you blaming Porsha? I'm just saying, all your business is now being, just all in the streets because you chose to want to be a part of the mess. Period. Because now all of your financial stuff, this is going to be a messy public matter. Even though technically Porsha has not responded, in any real way, she still be, she's still saying stuff. Okay, this ain't gonna be no secret divorce. And then today, Lauren, her sister, commented, you might actually get that peach. You're already leaking for a story, shaking my head. And then she put hashtag Simon Gubadia. But I was like, this isn't any different than what he did to Fallon. That's why folks were surprised that Porsha left Housewives, because we kept on saying, like, we said Fallon wanted a, not Fallon, we said Simon wanted a peach. Okay, Simon wants a peach. So my thing is, even Porsha and her family, y'all can't talk cash shit, because the same thing that Simon is doing to Porsha is what Simon did to Fallon. It's the exact same thing. The same way, the same shit that Porsha is going through with Simon is almost the same shit she went through with Cordell. The difference now is Porsha has more money now than she had when Cordell left her. And because of all this, and to me, in my opinion, Porsha, you cannot come on Housewives and try to not discuss the divorce with Simon. I don't want to hear nothing. We don't. Nope. We've had Potomac where Ashley does not really discuss her shit with Michael. We've had Kenya and her bullshit with Mark. I feel like don't come back on this damn show and don't give us what actually happened. We need to know. Period. Because you can't be actively going through a divorce and then, not show us what's going on. If YouTube not y'all out, come on back in. Come on back in. So we shall see what's gonna happen with Porsche them or whatever. I just think I got a super chat. Did I get some? Yes. Thank you, KC, for super chat. I can have Marlo Beach. Child, to me, Simon is going to look. Simon will probably film stuff for Housewives. He gonna agree to it. Okay. The same way I think Dennis will have a scene or two with Porsha. Truthfully. Honestly. Because it all will have to be discussed. And no one, you can't really, avoid it if you ask me. Because it's unavoidable. Next up, before we get to Diddy and them, Child Honey Boo Boo. Now, I know her name was Alana. Okay, but I'm gonna call her Honey Boo Boo. Okay, now I only watch clips on social media of the show. However, recently, I think the episode that came on Friday. Now, y'all know Honey Boo Boo, who her name was Alana, started on that show, Topless and Tiaras, that came on like back in the early, like 2010, 11 time or whatever. And at that point in time, she was a, because pageant kids are usually not, plump kid. They're usually like little, look, you don't see many fat kids on that. Just I can say it. You know what I'm saying? The reason people gravitated to Honey Boo Boo was because she was a plump little girl, sassy little girl, and that's what attracted folk to her family. It was never about the Mama June, Sugar Bear, the daddy. It was about Honey Boo Boo, Alana. And she was on that show for a few episodes or whatever. Eventually they got their own show. She has been on TV since she was around 6. Was it 6? Yeah. So now she's 18, graduating high school, going to college. So they had a family show. Mama June was on crack. Okay, she got on drugs. It was a whole bunch of all this stuff happened or whatever. However, the family has always been on television because of Honey Boo Boo. Okay, because of Honey Boo Boo. She is the person who got them on television, and she was the star. Period. When child, they used to make spaghetti with ketchup. I said ketchup. Y'all didn't got no tomato sauce on the pasta. Anyway, when Mama June got on, Mama June is a horrible mom. Let's just say what it is. She's a horrible mom. Luckily, her other daughter, what's the girl name? Honeyboo is her sister has custody of her. Okay, the sister and the sister's husband have been raising her and all this stuff and blah blah blah. So on a recent episode, because again, Alana is now about to go to college, and because she's been working on television since she was 6, it's been at least 10 years of them working. Oh, thank you, Pumpkin. Because I know them, but I can't remember. Pumpkin. So Pumpkin, her husband, are the guardians of Honey. Because Mama June ain't shit. And we see all of that played out on the show. All of it played out on the show. Okay? I'm trying to catch all up. Anyway, Mama June, to me, has always seemed shady because of how she allowed her drug habit to take control of her life and kind of said, fuck them kids, all of them. Okay, do it for yourselves. Alana has been preparing to go to college and assumed I have been working all these years, so I know I have money that my mom have that I should be able to get once I turn 18 to go to college. Child, they said, Mama June, we need the money. You know, we need help in paying for her college. And this host, like, here's the you know, there's 33, there's 33,000. I said 33,000. First of all, give me that money. Second of all, when someone has been on national television shows, different shows, she's been on Dance with the Stars for Kids. She was on a Mass Singer. She's been on a lot of stuff. And my thing was, should she have millions? Maybe not millions. I said, but there should be at least $1 million. At least $1 million saved because of how long she's been working. If not $1 million, cool. Let's say 500,000. Because as the mama, she get a fee too for her being on shows. She also get a little manager's fee. But y'all know with kids, there is a account, I believe in California, that parents are required to put a certain percentage in that account. You have to put at least a certain percentage of the kid's income in the account. So, child, June was only putting the bare minimum. Like if they say put 5%, you have to put 5% of their money in that account, and then you can keep the rest. June was putting the bare, whatever the least amount was, she would put that. So 100% of Alana's earnings, she would put, let's say, 20% aside for her and spend the other 80% of her money. Okay, even though June ain't been a good parent and raising Alana at all, she kept roughly 80% of that little girl's income. And they never knew, none of the daughters knew. They always assumed that Mama June all this time had been spending her own money. Because again, they all were getting paid, their own stuff too. They thought, even when she bought a house, bought a house, they thought she used her own portion of the money to buy a house. No. She was using the kids' money. She paid for one of the other kids, like college. She had bought cars and stuff that she was paying for where the kids thought that's her own money. Because she's supposed to put our money to the side. Because why would you not put something aside for us? No. She was spending up their money. And they found out when they said, we need your help to pay for, like, where's the money for this you've been put aside for her? $33,000. And they were pissed. They're like, why the fuck June's new husband did not know she did that? No one knew. And at first, well, you know, I was paying for this. And then, like, we thought that that was your money. Had you told us it was our money, we would not have told you to spend our money. And the fact that now that the youngest child, who was the reason y'all are on television, needs money for college, that it's only $33,000 on that account is crazy. And she eventually admitted, well, yeah, I spent it on my drug addict. They said, bitch, what? They were pissed when they mentioned the house. It was like, when I bought a house, I bought us a house. They was like, yeah, but you never told us that was our money. And they said, but what about you bought a house? You didn't sold the house. If you use our money to buy a house, when you sold the house, why did you not split the money with us? I said, piece of shit. Now, Honey Boo Boo was on TikTok, and she I don't know what black sperm cells Honey Boo Boo has in her, but just listen.
The money that my mama stole is my fucking money that I should have had, whether I wanted to go jump off the Eiffel Tower with it or I wanted to pay for college. It doesn't matter. It was money that I had set aside for me that I was supposed to be able to use. If somebody stole money from you, you're not going to be thinking about that $100 you still got left in the bank. You're going to be thinking about, like, bitch, where the money you stole from me?
First of all, I said, this is why her name was Honey Boo and not Alana. That's Honey Boo Boo.
Not the $100 you got in the bank, you know? Like, it's the principle. At the end of the day, it was my money. It was taken from me, or whether it was taken, borrowed.
Taken? Girl, not taken, taken.
Whatever the hell you want to call it, I never seen it. I never physically touched the money. A lot of people are like, sue her. But y'all also have to think in the aspect of, like, I can't sue her because by law, she did what was recommended. She knew what the hell she was doing. She stole my money the smart way. And that's how I knew when I figured out what was going on. She was trying to play in my face and be funny.
She took my money the smart way. Okay? She was playing in my face. I said, child, again, I said, look, she took my money. She played in my face. She played in my face the whole time, but I don't like it.
That's the real truth about it. Because you did it the way that you knew I could never really take you to court and really win for it. That's how. Because she put the recommended amount, so by any judge, they would just be like, well, she put the recommended amount. Like, yeah, she took the other money, but she put what was recommended in there, so it wouldn't even really be a fight at that point.
And the fact that she's like, my mom, meaning her mama purposefully did it. She made sure, okay, I got to put in 10%. I'm only put in 10%. So I didn't steal nothing because I put in what I was recommended to put in. Any other parent would be like, no, I'll put in 80% and I'll keep 20% because the money should be for the kid.
It wouldn't even really be a fight. She's like, what about the money that Pumpkin has in the Akugan? And still at the end of the day, yes, Pumpkin does have an Akugan for me in California.
So the Akugan is the account. Akugan is the program or the account that for child actors or whatever, that's the account set up that you put their money in it and they can't touch it until they're 18. No one can. And on the show, Mom would look up on saying, well, I can't take the money out of a Cougar. And they said, yeah. So you purposefully put in a certain amount. You didn't have to take money out. You just never put it in. Her sister, Pumpkin, had a separate Cougar account because once Pumpkin got custody of her, she's set up her own Cougar for her to collect money for the past couple years. And that account, I think, is like almost 200 grand in that account.
With money in it, it's like 160, 170,000. But for one, how am I supposed to pay for all my expenses in Colorado and book a trip to California in the same fucking month? Let's start there. For two, that is money that was put aside and Pumpkin did the right thing. It doesn't matter if Pumpkin had $8 million saved up for me. The point of the matter is, it's the principle. It's the principle of the fact that I never got the money that I went on Dancing with the Stars and I learned 2 dances a week for, and I worked my ass off on Dancing with the Stars to have. That's what it is. It's the point of the matter is, it's not that Pumpkin has 180,000 or however the fuck much Pumpkin has in the bank for me in another state. That is not the point of the matter. And she's trying to sit there and say that just so it'll make it look better. Like, no, that's not the point still. At the end of the day, I didn't have the money that I should have had when I was now that I'm old. You know, like, it's the principle. Okay.
Boom. And I feel like she's right. Even if my sister had a separate account for me with other money, bitch, you were supposed to have money for me too. You took my money. I want my money. I want it now.
Okay, that's it. She still tried to justify it with the fact of like, oh, I only put, I put 20%. Like, that's what every other mom did. Like, what? Like, it's the fact you're really trying to sit here and justify stealing money. And it's like, and like every time you bring it up, like even to this day, it's like she didn't steal it. Like, what the hell did you do? Borrow? Well, obviously you didn't borrow it because I haven't gotten it back. Like, what she did was she put 20%. When I did Dancing with the Stars, she put 20% of what I made into a Cooking account. 20% of what I made. The other 80% of what I made went into her pocket. The only money I have to show right now is $10,000 from Dancing with the Stars, which Dancing with the Stars paid me way more than $10,000, and $14,000, I believe, don't quote me on that, $14,000 from Masked Singer, which I got that money because at that time Pumpkin was had custody of me, so Pumpkin did all that. It's really giving JG Whitworth. Like, it's my money and I need it now. Call JJ Whitworth, 877 cash now. Like, girl, I'm starting to ask for some spare change. Spare change.
This ain't stealing. This ain't stealing.
It's stealing. Okay? Honey Boo said, bitch, I need my money ASAP because she stole it all from me. And I said she sure did. That is the definition of stealing. It's smart stealing. It's still stealing. Now, Mama June was also on TikTok because it is huge on TikTok. So Mama June was also on TikTok, y'all. Oh, it's about an hour and 40 minutes. So we gotta do this one part and then little Diddy. I want to show y'all what Mama June said. Mama June said, I didn't steal no money. I wasn't stealing. I wasn't stealing no money. Child, I said, well, she said, it's JG Whitworth, 877 cash now. Mama, so Kale, who was on Team Mom, also commented too, because Kale, has 7 kids. And even Kale said, I don't waste water all over the place. Kale was saying how for her kids, she made sure to put up a lot of money for them so that when they turn 18, they'll have money.
June spending Honey Boo Boo's. Hey, Kel, I wanted to respond to your video out of everybody's video because you have been on TV.
I sped hers up, so if it's too fast for y'all, slow down the speed that y'all watching it on, because she talked too long. It's about 5 minutes.
Okay, let's answer this. Let's start back from 2011, October 12, 2011. That was Tyler and Chairs. We did 3 episodes of that. With TLC, we got paid nothing. They paid Alana's entry fees, and that was it.
Toddlers and Tiaras, TLC only paid entry fees. We didn't get paid much from that. Okay, 3 episodes or whatever.
Then they came to us with a contract in 2012, and we were on there from 2012 to 2014. And through that time, there was no mention of cooking accounts. It was just a lump sum at that time, and then I went and kind of divvied it up, and then when the kids wanted something, they got it. Tons of family vacations and just stuff like that. Have I ever had a financial advisor? No. Have I ever had an investor? No. I've had some people in my circle kind of screw me over with money, and I wish I had that money back, most certainly. Let's fast.
But it's like, even if you do not have a financial advisor, I still feel like you knew you took more of that girl money than you should have.
forward to Mama June from Not Hot that started in 2015. They again did not say anything about a cooking account. I did not learn about cooking accounts until Alana went on Dancing with the Stars Junior Edition. And at that time, everybody that had been there had been like people on Disney Moms and, some other big time celebrities that have kids. And they were like, well, you only put 20%, the other 80%, you can do whatever. And then.
So for who them parents? Call them out. Because Junior Dance with the Stars, if other parents told you, just put 20% in there and then the rest do whatever. It's like they stealing too. They are stealing too. And even if back in 2015, which was 9 years ago, you found out about a cool account, for you to listen to the other moms who told you, oh no, this put 20% kid, they stealing too.
At the end of the day, yes, I could have put 100% there. Yes, most certainly I could have. But the minimum was 20%, so I was like, okay. Was I in my drug addiction? Yes. Is that an excuse? No.
Technically, that's an excuse. Because you found a way to get more money, and because you felt like your child would just never know, you spent their money.
So 20% went into that, and we moved forward. Flash forward to 2019, 2020, when Alana went to go live with Pumpkin. The show made Pumpkin set up an account in LA, an entertainment bank or whatever. And so Alana wanted to have 75% put in her hand in an account that she could be able to touch the money. But they talked her out of it, and she only did 50%. So 50% of Mama June from Not Hot money, $160,000, is in a Coogan account in California still today. Just like my money.
So that's what a lot of girl who would have said, how the sister has 100 whatever amount of money in a separate account. We ain't talking about the money that was collected for her while she was under her sister's care. We talk about the money you stole from her when you were the one in charge.
Money in the Wells Fargo account, $35,000, Alana hasn't touched. So, with that being said, Alana was able, between 14 and 18, to have $160,000. So that totals up to be like $320,000. Okay? That's a lot of money for between a 14 and an 18-year-old, but Alana had some bills to take. Alana was paying bills and everything else, and y'all all know she was on her own since she was 16. It is what it is, ain't what it ain't. Hate me if you want to, but I had no say-so over it. At that time, Pumpkin had temporary guardianship.
And why did Pumpkin have temporary guardianship? Because you had already fucked stuff over.
Then we did a Masked Singer, and so her payments would not be delayed. Pumpkin and Alana decided that 70% would go into Alana's hands and only 30% would go into the Coogan account that I had at Wells Fargo, which made it to a total of $35,000. Have I said I'm sorry? Have I said this? Have I said that? Yes, I most certainly have. Even back in July, I told her that I would pay her back the $30,000 even when they walked away and didn't want to hear anything. And I got very, very sick, and my main goal was to take care of Anna.
Don't bring up the dead daughter. Let the dead daughter rest in peace. The dead daughter ain't got nothing to do. Now, make she rest in peace now, because the daughter, we know that. However, the dead daughter did not get sick until after you stole the money.
And Alana said, oh, I don't need the money. It's just whenever you get the money, you can pay it $10,000 at a time, $20,000, $5,000, or you can pay $30,000. And I told her I would give everything to her. Then we had a vacation at the end of February to celebrate Anna in Florida, and we talked about it again. I know I did not bring a cashier's check and hand it over to her, but Alana is going to be in town this next week, or supposed to be, for spring break. I haven't had the time to go to Colorado, and she has not been back to Georgia since we talked. And
you know how easy it is to pay somebody, child, transfer, Zelle, CashApp, PayPal. Child, just transfer the money from your account to mine.
The end of February. I'm going to give her back $30,000. We're going to do it the right way. We want to be able to have her sign something that she has agreed to, saying, okay, every bit of money is paid back and it's squashed and everything else, not just for my protection, but also for Alana's protection, and to kind of move forward. I've been trying to move forward, and unfortunately for 2 years, this has bothered Alana, and I wish that didn't. I even was upset about that. I was like, if it bothered you for 2 years, you should have came to me. We could have sat down, because they got bank statements every quarter that I gave to them, and they knew exactly what was in there the whole time. So, Alana, FYI, has $160,000 of her Mama June from Not Hot Money, that's in a cooking account in California, she hasn't touched. She still has $35,000 in the Wells Fargo account that she has not touched. Plus, I will be giving her $30,000 from the Dancing with the Stars because it was taxed and she didn't make hundreds of thousands of dollars for being on Masked Singer or Dancing with Stars. Both of those were taxed. Unfortunately, our show is $10.99. So if that explains some stuff to y'all, y'all can call me a liar, a bitch, a thief. I don't give a shit at this point. The people who have Cash Apped her, have seen her gifts here on TikTok, y'all are amazing. Everybody deserves happiness. Everybody deserves.
The fact that she's trying to avoid and ignore the fact that she stole money, the fact that because you talking about, okay, well, I'm going to give her $30K. How much money did you get that wasn't yours? Let's not count on what other money she has. If you are saying you only put 20% of money into her accounts, the 80% is not just 30 grand.
Support behind them 100%. Have I learned a lot through these experiences? Yes, I have. And that is how I have grown. And I hope with all of this, after it's done, we can put it behind us and move forward. Because we have been working on our relationship. Do I text Alana every day? That's another question. No, I do not. Does she text me every day? No.
You stole her money.
I feel like this. My kids are grown, and I don't have to talk to them every single day.
Bitch, what? I talk to my mama every day, multiple times a day. When she go out of town on cruises and shit, I'm like, look, get the Wi-Fi because I need to talk to you. I feel like, not me, girl.
She came back from Florida. She had the flu that week. The last time I was messaging her was in the first week in March. But another thing with Dodo sitting on live and talking about me and things she knows is, well, I'm gonna give you a little 411, and y'all little investigators can do about this. My house was bought in December 10th, 2014 by Honey Boo Boo LLC. Okay, I would use the rest of Honey Boo Boo money for that. Then in 2015, that's when I did Marriage Boot Camp. And then we started filming this show beginning of 2016 because
that's still 8 years ago.
Some hiccups happened. But anyway, hopefully this answers some questions. Like I said, you can tell me in the comments. I just wanted to respond to hers because I know you understand being on TV. I'm so glad that you had guidance, but unfortunately, we didn't have any guidance. We were kind of like thrown to the wolves. And
she was talking about what Kale said, but Kale, who was on Team Mom, she said at first she was just spending money or whatever, and she realized that she had to get some guidance. But Kale also said she never took her kids' money. She said, I would make sure to put my kids' money separate. She said, I would make sure that, because the kids that Kale has with Javi, with Joe, they have to split money stuff, and both parents are putting all of it in the stuff. And when they would invest money, they would have a conversation. Mama June was just stealing money and getting high and having surgeries and buying drugs for the menses. Okay. And I was like, it's so crazy because again, I even say, should Alana have had millions? No. But I do feel like out of all of the years they went on television, brand deals, all that shit, she should have had at least $1 million or $500,000. But Mama June got on them drugs, child. On them crack. Motherfucking crack. It is stupid. It's insane. Because you want us to believe it wasn't me. She wasn't supposed to have all that. Yes, she was. Oh, hell. Child, lastly, Diddy. Diddy house was raided yesterday. We know that. Okay. TMZ. Let me, if I can share. Let me go to TMZ. Because TMZ, y'all know TMZ be having all the stuff. But when you play a video, they will flag you. Okay, so I'm just gonna pause a little part where it shows the messiness of the house. So they raided his house. Diddy lawyer out here like they was wrong. I can't believe it. You know what I'm saying? It was all messy. The statement said yesterday there was a gross overuse of military level force as search warrants were executed at the Combs residences. There is no excuse for the excessive show of force and hostility exhibited by authorities or the way his children and employees were treated. Mr. Combs was never detained, but spoke to and cooperated with authorities. Despite media speculation, neither Mr. Combs nor any of his family members have been arrested, nor has the ability to travel been restricted in any way. This unprecedented ambush, paired with an advanced coordinated media presence, leads to a premature rush to judgment of Mr. Combs and is nothing more than a witch hunt based on meritless accusations made in civil lawsuits. There has been no finding of criminal or civil liability with any of these allegations. Mr. Combs is innocent and will continue to fight every single day to clear his name. And this is my thing. I feel like I posted as well. I said, somebody being accused of stuff, it does not make them guilty. However, when you have multiple allegations, they do an investigation. When people would say, well, why was it armed guards? Why was it armed people? I said, Diddy has armed guards. And because Diddy has armed guards, it was a SWAT people. What do you expect? I feel like they're looking for evidence because of the accusations. And that's not weird to me. That's just what they do, And I feel like, his home being ransacked, when they raid someone's house, they search through shit. They do. But I've seen worse houses after a raid. To me, I've seen worse houses. I know they brought up how out of the raids, they collected a lot of electronic devices. They discussed, they seized electronic devices. That makes sense because they probably want to see what's being said, what he did, this and that and that and this. They also, I had to save so much stuff. Diddy was in Miami at the airports. They caught them on the tarmac, arrested this man, Brandon Paul, 25 years old, who was allegedly a drug mule. I said, a drug mule? I also said, why? Not a drug mule. A drug mule. According to Rolling Stone, child, if YouTube not y'all out, I'm still here for the next couple minutes. Come on back in. We got about 5 more minutes. It says Brendan Paul was arrested in Miami on cocaine and marijuana charges. Arresting officers claimed Brendan had the contraband inside his personal travel bags. Coincidentally, the arrest came at the same time the house was being raided. But I feel like not showing Diddy with the drug mule. Ooh. And the Fed, like will your city police people show up on some bullshit? Probably. Can state people show up sometimes? The feds do not show up for no reason. They don't. I'm not saying the feds can't be wrong. They don't show up for no reason. Okay? They do not show up for no reason. So when folks want to say stuff like, well, why would they do that? What happened? You know what I'm saying? Well, there's a reason the feds came around here. Now, again, they show Diddy's sons, gathering their things, leaving the LA mansion because they were in LA. Diddy was in Miami, and y'all know Misa, who was Christian's mama. No, Christian's mama, the light skinned one. Misa gonna be pissed. Get my son. I want shit now. Okay. But it's just so much that I don't get why people think, oh, Diddy should be made aware of what's going on. He's not. And the fact that on the Breakfast Club today, child, I only listen to Angela Yee gossip stuff. I could not listen to the Breakfast child. They are not that's some biased BS. Even though they're not journalists, even though they're only giving their opinions, you can tell because they have personal relationships with Diddy or whatever. Is he's not gonna be guilty? Why so much for it? I'm like, he's accused of sex stuff. Okay. He has armed security. Okay. And it aggravated me. I'm like, y'all can't even cover shit right. You get on my goddamn nerves. But child, and this child, if we ain't Wendy, wake up. Child, the way that Wendy Williams would have covered this. Ooh, I miss her so much. Child, Rock said it, you don't know what you got that is gone. Yep. I can imagine Wendy saying, oh, Misa. You know what I'm saying? This would be the perfect time for a Wendy, coverage of it all. Okay. Did he sold off all of Revolt to an anonymous buyer? According to TMZ, sold all his shares for an undisclosed sum. So Diddy no longer has anything to do with the stuff he created. Because Ciroc is gone, Revolt is gone, Bad Boy next. Now we don't know who bought it or for how much. Just that he sold all of his shares. I was like, Diddy around here, child, and I'm like, a drug? Why is it a drug mule? He looked right. First of all, he looked like he may be and that just means he's the person who transports stuff back and forth. Okay, from here to there. Now they bring up how Prince Harry was named in a $30 million lawsuit, but not as a defendant. Just saying, Puff used his connection or Puff used the fact that he know the prince or whatever to get shit. Okay, I'm like, they is up here trying to take him down. Then the dude who was saying, hey, Diddy did this stuff to me. This fool now was saying Cuba also was fondling and touching my leg and my thigh. He was harassing my 8-year-old child. This shit getting messier and messier and messier by the day. And I'm like, the Diddy downfall of it all is insane. And his people saying, how they trash the house is horrible. When the feds come knocking, y'all, when the feds come around here, they looking for stuff. Okay, they are looking for things to get you up out of here. Okay, they are looking for things to get you up out of here. Now, again, I'm going to say in closing, I don't believe that an accusation means somebody is guilty. However, when there are multiple accusations against somebody, that requires an investigation. And the thing that has been alleged about Diddy over all these years, I feel like an investigation is needed. Period. So we'll see what happens tomorrow with Diddy, because who knows? Because every day is something different. But y'all know Bishop Robbery was live today, so we will have a Bishop Robbery watch along tomorrow at 9 p.m. and then whatever else, y'all. I hope y'all had a good time. Again, child. Oh, I talk too damn much, y'all. I do. I swear I do. But I'm trying. But again, we still under 2 hours. We are under 2 hours. Thank y'all for sitting around here with me and having a good time while we discuss the crazy things in the news. I had a good time with y'all. I love you all. I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Stay good. Stay safe. Stay good. Stay safe. You hear me? Okay. Like the video. Share the video. Make sure to subscribe and all that stuff. You can follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, and TikTok. I gotta go. Bye. Love y'all.